If you suffer from anxiety or panic attacks, I bet you lead a double life. To the outside world, you pretend all is well, while inside you feel you're about to crack up. People who struggle with anxiety tend to be very intelligent, creative, and caring people. But I guess that's not how you see yourself. You probably beat yourself up for feeling anxious all the time and think you've some kind of defect. Well, I'm going to blow the lid on those misconceptions and teach you that anxiety and panic are not something you have to manage all your life, but can end. But first, I need to get something off my chest. Do you also find it frustrating to see so many so-called solutions to end anxiety on the internet? And yet all they're really teaching people is how to cope with the problem, not really how to end it. All the books and courses out there tell you the same thing in different ways. Breathe deeply and try and distract yourself. Think happy thoughts and then wait for the anxiety to pass. Well, let me tell you something. Anyone who has experienced a panic attack or high anxiety knows that deep breathing and distraction is not going to solve the problem. That's like closing the gate after the horse is bolted. It just doesn't work. People are not being given real solutions. All they're getting are band-aids that simply cover over the problem. But that does not mean that there is not a very real solution available. What if I told you there is a very simple technique that you can use to stop a panic attack in 21 seconds flat and reduce general anxiety in 7 minutes? Sounds too good to be true. Well, it really does exist, and if you keep watching this short presentation, I'm going to tell you all about it. My name is Barry McDonough, and as someone who used to experience frequent panic attacks and general anxiety, I can show you a revolutionary way to end your anxiety problem. This almost unheard of technique has gone under the radar of doctors and psychologists for years, and yet one of the world's greatest psychiatrists, Dr. Viktor Frankl, thought it to be the only true cure for panic and anxiety. And no, it's not medication, it's not hypnosis, and it's not NLP or some other strange therapy. It's real psychology with a very unique approach to anxiety elimination. But before I say another word, I want to reassure you that I really do know what I'm talking about. For a start, I bet I can pinpoint exactly where you've been having a problem. Maybe you found yourself in the hospital's ER because you thought you were having a heart attack, only to be told later it was just anxiety. Maybe you fear you might stop breathing because your chest and throat feels tight. Maybe your bodily sensations during a panic attack are so intense you fear passing out. When you drive, do you fear getting stuck in traffic, on a bridge or at red lights? Maybe you feel nervous and afraid you might lose control or go insane in front of others. Or do you struggle with anxious thoughts that will not stop? I know exactly how you feel because I've been there too. And yes, I know you worry that you will always feel this way. Well, you can put that worry to rest right now because you won't. You will not be stuck with an anxiety problem forever. But you know, the hardest thing about all of this is the fact that other people just don't get it. You tell them how terrifying a panic attack is and they think you're exaggerating. You explain about the continuous anxious thoughts you have and they remark, "Hey, I worry too." You tell them that you wake each morning with a sense of dread, and they say, "Oh, come on, who is a morning person?" They simply don't get it. The weekend is coming up and your partner wonders why you won't go out for dinner. They say, "Oh, please, just do it for me." What they don't get is that sometimes you think you will actually die. The fear is so intense, and that your mind is in such a fog, you wouldn't be comfortable for a minute. You really wish they could understand what you are dealing with, and when they don't, you feel even more alone and anxious. Well, I've got 3 things to say about this. The first is that you are okay. Yes, you have an anxiety problem that needs correcting. You wouldn't be watching this now if you didn't. That's why you surf the net looking for answers. That's why you constantly worry if this problem will be with you forever. You worry about the scary bodily sensations and if it's a sign of something more serious. You get a cold jolt of fear at the thought of losing control and getting locked up in some madhouse. I know all of this because I've been there too. I've had the exact same thoughts and fears as you have. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay because all of this is curable. All of the anxiety can be healed, and no, you're not going to lose control or go insane, and no, a panic attack is not going to kill you. It's all okay because you are perfectly safe. Anxiety is not a mental illness. It's a behavioral problem you can quickly correct with the right guidance and information. And remember, nobody dies from a panic attack. Any good doctor will tell you that your body is perfectly able to handle this heightened state of nervous arousal. You are safe. The second thing you need to give up is being so very hard on yourself. Anxiety is such a difficult thing to go through, so give yourself a little space and some compassion. You're not a weak person. This is a real challenge, and you've been so brave up until now. You will in fact become a stronger person because of all this. So stop beating yourself up or feeling ashamed. You are truly brave and you matter to many people. Lastly, you will not be like this forever. Give up feeling like this is something you will always struggle with. I know how terribly frustrating it feels right this very moment, and how hard it is to imagine a brighter future when feeling like this, but trust me, you have one. The good news is that you will win in the end. How do I know this? Well, I've been teaching people how to win over anxiety for the last 10 years, and what I teach gets real results. The people who find me have often been struggling with anxiety for years, and they always say, I wish I found this technique years ago. Well, the good news is you are here now, and what if you are watching this presentation because it has come to you at the right and perfect time for you? What if you're here because you are finally ready to end your anxiety problem? Isn't that an exciting possibility? It was exciting for the thousands of other people who have used my program to end their anxiety. People like stay-at-home moms to police officers, soldiers, and even well-known TV celebrities, all who use my program to end their anxiety problem. And you know, the thing is, it isn't all that hard to do. You just have to take the first step. Let me tell you quickly how it happened for me. I was in my first year of undergraduate studies when I began to experience panic attacks and general anxiety. After months of struggling with anxiety, I became absolutely determined to find a natural solution to the problem. I didn't want to take drugs or see a therapist for fear it meant I really did have a serious mental problem. So I began intensive research into all the different psychological approaches for ending panic and general anxiety. That research turned out to be incredibly frustrating, as every book and course seemed to be recommending the exact same series of coping techniques and exercises, saying things like relax and breathe through it, seek distractions, or wait for the anxiety to pass. All of this was just helping me to cope with the anxiety, not to end it. So I kept searching for a real solution. Something that would finally stop the panic attacks and general anxiety. I began by experimenting with a very counterintuitive approach to stop anxiety. An approach that turned the tables completely. And to my great surprise, it turned out to be incredibly effective. So effective that the looming panic attack stopped immediately. And what's more, over the coming days, my general anxiety level dropped right down. I tested this approach over a few weeks, and each time I got the very same results. I was now able to stop a panic attack within a matter of seconds, and I could bring my general anxiety right down within minutes. This was complete freedom for me. I could now start doing things I was avoiding. I could go out without the fear of an anxiety bomb ticking inside of me. I could travel long distances without the fear of getting stuck someplace far away with anxiety. It was real freedom. I began to formulate the approach into a simple technique that others could use and apply to their lives. I then started teaching it over the internet in 2001, and the results it achieved for people were nothing short of incredible. I had no idea back then what a success this one simple technique would become. And today that technique is known around the world as the 21-7 technique. The program I teach this life-changing technique in is called the Panic Away program and has been sold in over 32 countries worldwide. People from all kinds of backgrounds have used Panic Away to end their anxiety problem, and time again they say the same thing. Why wasn't I told about this years ago? In fact, do you know that in just a few hours of using Panic Away, people report better results than years of therapy and medication? Panic Away is rapid relief for anxiety. So what does that mean for people? Well, it means no more fear of leaving the house in case of a panic attack. No more fear of getting stuck somewhere you can't easily excuse yourself from. No more making excuses why you cannot make it to social engagements. No more putting off holiday plans or business travel. No more fear of getting stuck in traffic or on trains. No more fear of business meetings. No more living a very trapped existence. People call the office all the time with their success stories. Here's an example of the kind of results people are getting.
I am so thankful that I found this. I mean, what a wonderful, wonderful blessing. It works in eliminating that panic attack. I never learned how to deal with panic attacks this way. I'm 32 years old and I've been having them since I was 16. And this is the first time ever that, I was told, look, try it this way, where I actually saw results straight away.
On December 28, 2009, I had my first terrifying panic attack in the form of breathlessness. It was so bad, my body froze. They had to call an ambulance and get me. After a complete medical workup by my doctor, there was nothing they could find. I was diagnosed with GAD. Being a health professional, I decided to go online and learn as much as I could about my condition. Luckily for me, the first line I read was Panic Away. The book is the most straightforward and well-written piece of clinical literature I have ever read. And being a pharmacist, I've read quite a bit of clinical literature. Within 2 weeks, I have a sense of calm in most days that I have ever had in my whole life. Panic Away not only changed my life and my outlook on it, it saved my life and my career. If it wasn't for this course, I'm not sure which way my life may have turned.
Those are just an example of what people are achieving with Panic Away. Ordinary people regaining their lives through a very simple technique. You'll be amazed at how such a simple technique known as the 21-7 technique could be so powerful in restoring you back to your former carefree self. I'm not only talking about eliminating panic attacks, but also getting your general anxiety level right back down without the use of any medication or alternative therapies. This technique is based on advanced psychology made simple for everyone to apply. But best of all, it takes seconds to implement and can be done at home, at work, or when traveling. The really unique thing about Panic Away is the speed of recovery. Within one reading of the book, people start to feel much calmer. Within one viewing of the DVD, they can feel their panic and their anxiety lessen. It really can work that fast. The purpose of this presentation is to let you know you can be anxiety-free again. That's our goal together. So listen to what I'm about to say. This is crucial if you are to seriously begin on the road to full recovery. It's a tip specifically for people with panic attacks. There is one key factor that makes the difference between those who fully eliminate panic attacks from their lives and those who do not. That key factor is when the individual no longer fears the thought of having a panic attack. Now, this may seem like a simplified and obvious observation, but give it careful consideration. The one thing that has you searching for a solution to anxiety and panic attacks this very moment is the fear of having another one. The first time a person experiences a panic attack, it can feel like their world is falling down around them. Nowhere feels safe as the anxiety becomes like a stalker lurking in the background. When this happens, people begin to either avoid situations that make them anxious, or they medicate themselves to the point where they're numb to the fear. I'm sure you'll agree neither of the above is a satisfactory solution. What my program Panic Away does, and in particular the 21-7 technique, is give you the ability to immediately stop fearing another panic attack. It's very simple yet amazingly effective. Here's how it works. After a person experiences a panic attack for the first time, the experience can be so impacting that it leaves a strong imprint on the person's psyche. This mental imprint generates a cycle or loop of anxiety, whereby the person develops an unhealthy fear of having another panic attack. Now, people can spend anywhere from months to years caught in this repetitive cycle of anxiety. Panic Away teaches how to break the cycle of anxiety and return to normal, everyday living. The really unique element of the technique is that there is no need for you to regress into your past and find out why you had your initial panic attack in order to get results. All that is needed is your willingness to break out of the anxiety cycle. Are you ready to try this right now? In the end, you must break this cycle of fear with a tool that will allow you to never fear another panic attack. That's been the solution for the thousands of people I've taught so far. From the feedback I get, it's very obvious that other courses and treatments out there are not showing people how to end their anxiety. Rather than fully empowering you, they teach you coping mechanisms and strategies on how to get over a panic attack once it happens and how to get over the anxiety. This is not good enough. Just coping with this condition is simply not good enough. People need a program that teaches them how to free themselves from ever having another panic attack again. That, I'm sure, is the only kind of result you're interested in. So if this works so well, why isn't every doctor and therapist teaching this technique? The reason is because most people who visit their doctor are simply given medication to stop the anxiety. Doctors simply do not have the time to investigate any alternatives with their patients. If a person goes for therapy, they may spend hundreds of dollars to hear the same coping exercises you can find all over on the internet. These ineffective psychological approaches date back to the early 1970s and have never produced more than mediocre results for people. Panic Away, on the other hand, has one of the largest collections of testimonials for an anxiety treatment program. It achieves these results because the technique is so empowering. I've been teaching this technique for almost 10 years now to over 70,000 people. And now the word is finally getting out with more and more therapists and doctors recommending the use of Panic Away. Dr. Glenn Livingston summed it up the best when he commented on Panic Away saying, "Finally, a clear and concise explanation of panic."
I found Panic Away. I typed how to stop panic attacks in the search, and there it was. Within 10 minutes of reading the book, I walked upstairs smiling and told my husband, "I think this is it. I'll never forget it. Today my panic disorder is gone."
I'm so excited, like, whoo, this is great.
Let me ask you this. How will tomorrow be any different if you do not take action today? I know many of you fear taking action to end your anxiety in case you fail, and then you might feel even more desperate than before. But that is just the anxiety speaking, not the real you. I also know that many of you feel guilty about investing time and money in yourself and not your family. But you must realize that to be there for others, you have to be there for yourself. You can't help them if you don't help yourself first. Taking action and investing in you is an investment in a brighter future for everyone. Decide that today is the day for action, that today is the day you take back your freedom. This is about improving the quality of your life dramatically. In fact, this could be the most important decision you are about to make in a long time. You can have your freedom again. It's your birthright. It's just a matter of deciding to go after it. And remember, deciding not to act is also making a decision. So why not take a chance and go for it? Within just hours, you could be feeling so much better. If what I've been talking about has resonated with you, then this program is 100% for you. But if you're still not sure, listen to your gut. It won't lead you astray. One thing is for sure, you must make the move towards an anxiety-free life. It will not find you. Just click the Add to Cart button below now and you can get started right away. Here's what you get with the Panic Away. You get the book, which is the foundation of the program. It's easy to follow and explains the core teachings through words and illustrations. Many report after just one reading of the book, their anxiety is dramatically reduced or completely gone. This happens because each section of the 254-page book is designed to break down the anxiety piece by piece. This compact book will become your best companion and you'll want to take it with you wherever you go. You get the HD DVD to fast track your recovery. You will learn the basics of Panic Away in just 48 minutes flat. That's right, in less than an hour, you will already have the core teachings to take you to a new level of freedom. This is ideal for people who are short on time and need results right away. Then you have the Panic Away CDs. Sometimes it's easier to have someone guide you through an exercise on an audio recording than reading it to yourself. The audio CDs that accompany the program are recordings of the essential Panic Away exercises. Everything in the Panic Away program is condensed down and made simple to follow and implement. That is why this program is getting the results it does. No time wasting, no filler, just results. These CDs are extremely useful for people who have driving anxiety or fear flying. You can take them with you wherever you go and let them go to work for you. I'm so excited about what Panic Away can do for you, and I really don't want you to miss this opportunity. So I decided the best thing for me to do is to take all the risk. And what that means is that if you don't get all the results you are looking for from Panic Away, then I will refund your purchase in full. I'm giving you a risk-free 100% money-back guarantee. You have a full 8 weeks to use the program, and if for any reason you're not happy, I will refund your purchase in full. No questions asked, no hoops to jump through, just an honest-to-goodness guarantee that removes all the risk from you. This guarantee is even backed up by a third party, so there is absolutely no risk on your part. But that's not all. If you order today, you will get the entire Panic Away program at a greatly reduced price. The retail price of Panic Away on Amazon is $129. But because you are watching this presentation, you have the option of purchasing the program from our official site for just $67.95 for the download version or $97 for the printed pack, which is shipped straight to your home. Just click the Add to Cart button below. And if that were not enough, if you order right now, you will get lifetime access to the Panic Away private members forum as a free bonus. Regarded by many as the best kept secret of Panic Away, the members support forum is an essential part of the program. There you will find the most caring and supportive people who want you to succeed because they have. You can visit online day or night and find people eager to help because they know exactly what you are going through and how to best handle it. This kind of dedicated support is very hard to find anywhere else. It's a community of qualified therapists and lay people dedicated to getting results, and each new member is welcomed warmly as part of the Panic Away family. Just take a look at how many posts there are in the success section alone. There you'll see success stories coming in real time daily. I would really urge you not to let your anxiety cause you to procrastinate or put this off. Really examine any doubts you have about trying the Panic Away program. Remember, you will be trying a program that has worked for thousands of people. You're getting a reduced price for this presentation and you have a full 100% money back guarantee. There really is nothing to lose. Become a Panic Away client and together we'll get you anxiety free. What I would like you to do for me is to tell me about your success story. Even though I get a lot of emails, I want to hear your success story, hopefully by the end of the week. You can be the next person calling in to share your great story. Thank you for taking the time to listen. This is the end of the presentation. To order Panic Away, just click the Add to Cart button below and let's start this journey together. Let's get you anxiety free right now. See you on the other side.
never read anything else from any doctor, counselor who explained it and described it the way that you did. And I thought he knows what I'm suffering from.
I said to myself, whoever wrote this, I've never met this Barry, but he knows exactly how I feel. That in itself was a relief to me.
It's been a very, very wonderful experience to have come across this Panic Away, and anything I can do to avoid any kind of drugs with side effects for me and my children, I would do, and I recommend this to anybody experiencing any anxiety or panic in any way.
For all of us, all we need to do is we need to keep on being persistent and keep on persevering and doing our exercises, and as well letting it flow, accepting that when we do get our anxiety, that we accept it, and that we know as well that we have the tools to tackle it.
Anybody who watches this that does have this problem, every time I'd ever seen anything, anybody who'd said, oh, I've had this problem for this many years and I tried this and now I live completely anxiety free, I've never ever ever believed it. And I just want you to know that it is totally true.
I'm married and I do have kids now, and I feel like if I hadn't gotten a hold of your book, I think, yeah, I definitely don't think I would be enjoying life to its fullest, and I don't think I would be as good as there for my kids and my wife as I am now. So, you know, it definitely changed my life for the positive. There's no doubt about it. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for your book.
I used to be scared of, like, leaving the house. No problem at all. So I feel like my freedom has been given back to me, and I wonder how my life would have turned out if I didn't find the Panic Away site. Probably I would still be going in and out of institutions, or just lying in my bed every single day being scared.
If you're watching this video and you haven't bought Panic Away yet and you feel as crappy as we all did before we bought it,
oh my God.
Pay that
so worth it.
However
Barry
much
is
it
a genius. The forum that you can talk to people. There's always somebody on. It's worldwide. There's always someone you can chat with. Yeah.
Even when you can't sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Not only that, but you can meet friends.
Look it up.
I mean, I'm living proof that I went through all of those thoughts, all of those kind of phases of it, and it works. I mean, if you just stick with it and you practice what you learn in the program, it absolutely works, and you can have your life back.
Is anybody who's got a panic and anxiety disorder, I can tell you with 100% certainty, if this guy has found joy and freedom and peace as to where I was when I got that email, anybody can get relief, joy, and freedom and love from this program. It works with 100% certainty if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to put in the time. There is no doubt in my mind that the results you will get are nothing but pure satisfaction and peace and relief and freedom from a result of the program.